In general, a narcissist considers themselves a strong and self-confident individual, believing that no one can overpower or defeat them. As a result, they tend to try to dominate others to ensure no one can resist their ideas and plans that they meticulously craft. However, what happens when a narcissist encounters a confident individual with high self-esteem? In this episode, I will tell you about 8 things that occur when a narcissist faces a strong opponent or someone who has great confidence in themselves. Although my way of speaking is in a neutral form to facilitate the transfer of information, it's important to know that everything we discuss about narcissism is not specific to any gender, whether it's women or men. The narcissistic personality we're talking about can be either male or female. Thank you very much for your support. If you find this content helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for helping to share this message with those who can benefit from it. Firstly, the narcissist will begin to attack their own personality rather than their ideas or beliefs. They might accuse themselves of not being worthy to engage in a particular matter because of their gender, for example. If the narcissist finds that the strong person is difficult to defeat in a normal debate due to their well-structured ideas, they may avoid engaging in a discussion and instead start criticizing their gender or anything they can find to undermine their personality, like their clothing style or even tarnishing their reputation, attempting to embarrass them to halt their superiority. Sometimes, the narcissist may go as far as accusing the strong individual of being dishonest or having questionable ethics in order to diminish their superiority. The second thing the narcissist does is to belittle the strength, accomplishments, and success of their opponent. They may mock the strong person to make themselves feel superior. The narcissist minimizes anything the opponent achieves and attributes their success to luck rather than skill. The narcissist's natural inclination is to devalue others to assert their own strength and dominance. They do anything to make the strong person feel inferior or worthless to reduce their self-respect. The narcissist tries to convince people that the strong person doesn't deserve the success they have achieved. The narcissist wants to control everyone around them to ensure that no one can threaten their superiority and importance. The third thing is that the narcissist will do whatever it takes to gain control over their opponent in any way possible. The real problem for the narcissist is when they encounter a strong person who can stand up to them or refuses to comply with the narcissist's demands. This is seen as a direct challenge to their self-esteem, and the narcissist may react strongly. The narcissist considers the strong opponent as a challenge, which they never accept. The narcissist will search within themselves for any means to gain control over the opponent. If they can't, they may resort to outright character assassination and manipulation tactics to ensure they remain at the top, which can make the narcissist highly aggressive in their interactions with such individuals. The narcissist will resort to lying and manipulation to ensure that the strong opponent appears deceitful. Due to their tremendous sense of entitlement, the narcissist believes that any accomplishment they achieve, no matter how small, is more important and valuable than anything anyone else accomplishes. The fourth thing is that the narcissist will make the opponent feel inferior and weak. The narcissist constantly sees themselves as successful and superior, and when they encounter a strong person, they may obstruct their path, argue with them, and criticize their beliefs. They will try to make the opponent feel undervalued and incapable in the presence of the narcissist by diminishing their opinions and dismissing their words, portraying them as worthless. The narcissist is always concerned about their sense of entitlement, needing to constantly feel better than anyone else to maintain their self-respect and self-worth. One of the primary goals of a narcissist is to be the center of attention and always in the spotlight, diminishing their opponent's status and making them feel inferior. The narcissist accomplishes this through verbal abuse and by distorting the opponent's words and actions to make them appear foolish, thus reducing their self-confidence and self-respect. Additionally, the narcissist may engineer specific situations that portray the opponent as naive and incapable of making wise decisions, causing others to perceive them negatively. The fifth thing the narcissist does to their opponent, especially if they find them strong, is to spread malicious rumors about them. The narcissist, being manipulative by nature, constantly needs to feel superior and important, which leads them to treat others as chess pieces to be moved according to their desires. The narcissist doesn't care about others' feelings or well-being when they engage in harmful behavior to get what they want. When confronted with a strong person, they might resort to spreading false rumors or fabricating negative actions on the part of the strong individual. The narcissist uses this tactic to portray themselves as the victim, ensuring no one suspects their true intentions. The sixth thing is that the narcissist will do whatever it takes to turn people against the strong opponent. This is one of the most common tactics the narcissist employs when faced with a formidable adversary, and they are skilled at finding ways to do this, often using the opponent's own words against them. This is a tactic the narcissist is known for, as they are highly adept at manipulating others. They treat people as if they were open books in front of them and can determine what might make the opponent react in a way they can use against them. Also, the narcissist will have no qualms about lying regarding anything related to the strong opponent because the narcissist cannot face the strong opponent head-on. Therefore, they resort to inventing various types of lies about the powerful individual, even going so far as to accuse them of moral wrongdoing and casting doubt on their behavior to portray them as a bad person in front of others. Of course, the narcissist doesn't care whether the things they say are true or not. All that matters to them is finding an opportunity to defeat the strong opponent. The seventh thing is that the narcissist might resort to directly threatening the opponent with physical or emotional harm. The narcissist may threaten to expose embarrassing information or actions to friends, relatives, or anyone close to the opponent, causing them distress. They might also threaten legal action if it is applicable, using any means to gain control if they don't get what they want. The narcissist knows well how to distance anyone who challenges or questions their dominance and strength. In certain situations, the narcissist may threaten self-harm or blame the opponent for any harm that might come to the narcissist, trying to hold them responsible for any damage that occurs. It's best to avoid such confrontations with narcissists. The eighth thing is that the narcissist will start planning revenge against the strong opponent. When the narcissist feels ignored or threatened by anyone, they will do anything they deem appropriate to respond to the situation. They resort to revenge, and they can be extremely aggressive in their efforts to harm the opponent. They can plot elaborate schemes to hurt them or portray them as a bad person to the point where they don't hesitate to destroy the strong person's reputation without considering the consequences in society or within the workplace. Additionally, the narcissist may attempt to tarnish the opponent's reputation in their workplace by spreading rumors about them. In the workplace, the narcissist's primary concern is to maintain a perfect image and always appear right, ensuring that their words are always correct. Therefore, if the narcissist faces any doubt about their status, strength, or loses a specific argument with someone, they can almost lose their mind. Their constant battle is to project a flawless image of themselves. The narcissist reacts instinctively in such situations to counter the perceived threat, and they will do whatever it takes to defeat the threat in any way possible. When the narcissist encounters a strong person or a challenging situation, they become highly aggressive, exerting all their efforts to defeat the strong opponent or, if unsuccessful, retreat from such attempts. They start looking for an easier opponent they can control and overpower. In both cases, the narcissist feels an intense desire for revenge against the strong opponent whenever the opportunity arises. I hope you found this episode informative, and I look forward to meeting you in the next episode with a new topic on narcissism. Thank you, and peace be upon you.